My name is May Hong. I am the speaking voice of Mira from K-Pop Demon Hunters. And this is Moana Nui Podcast. Signing off. Happy fans. Do it with me. Happy fans. Happy Hon.
Welcome to the Opinionated Variants of the 616. I am Simone, aka Magical Me Cosplay, and I got my girl here, partner in crime, Teresa, and she removed her social media.
I did, but I think
I don't know which one that she wants me to say, so I'm not gonna. I know the one off the top of my head, but I'm not gonna say that because I don't know if that's the one that she wants y'all to know. She will let you know. How you doing, Teresa?
I'm good. Very good. How are you?
I am doing amazing.
Good.
We'll get into it because let me write this down because I was gonna actually forget. But yes, I don't want to talk about it now, but we'll talk about it later on. I did some things last weekend, and I know y'all did some things last weekend, and we want to get into all of the fun stuff that that we both did, but
I had to remember, what did I do something last?
Okay, I don't understand how you can forget that, but that was major. How could you forget that? Okay, so we are basically going to get started with, again, our movies, the movies that we're looking for that's coming out, whether it's this month, sometime throughout this year. Just again, the movies that you're looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to it, but it's something that I'm going to go and see, which is Spider-Man, Brand New Day, the Supergirl, Doomsday. I'm looking forward to. And those are the ones that's off the top of my head that I can remember.
You're not looking forward to Spider-Man?
No, not really.
Okay.
I don't like Zendaya.
Okay.
So no, I'm not. I know that's not all about her, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll see what it looks like. A Brand New Day. I don't know if it's going to lead into Doomsday. I have no idea. None whatsoever.
I'm sure there'll be some little part that, links them.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure there'll be something after that. The after ones. I'm not sure. I know the trailer. If the trailers drop, I need to see them. To see.
You didn't see the Spider-Man one yet? I think it dropped yesterday. It was either yesterday or today. I don't know. It all runs together for me. But I saw it. I think it was yesterday. And I'm looking forward to it. It's got me all hype.
Okay. Doomsday I am looking forward to. I'm definitely looking forward to that one. Can't remember what other movies that are coming out.
Well, like you said, Supergirl is in June, and then Spider-Man in July.
Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Hold on.
I thought so too. James, you want to come keep me company for a second?
Not sure what she forgot.
Right. She kind of disappeared. But yeah, The Spider-Man trailer looked really good for me. It's got, like I said, it's got me all hype. So can't wait for that.
It was definitely.
I'm so sorry. They just needed the key to the fucking wine fridge, and I'm like, are you kidding me right now? I am live.
Alrighty then.
Spider-Man trailer definitely a turn from the usual that we've gotten in the previous 3 films. I do imagine this will be vastly different than what we're accustomed to, especially with all the characters we saw in the trailer. From people we've already know who are established, like Ruffalo's Bruce Banner, Barenthal's Punisher, who we're going to see in Daredevil season 2 of Born Again this summer, because the movie comes out at the end of July. Is it July 31st or August 31st?
July 31st.
July 31st, yeah. So it does come out at that point, which was right after the events. And one of the teases is that you probably need to watch Daredevil season 2.
And I don't appreciate that, because I haven't even finished season 1 of Daredevil. And and if I didn't have to, I probably wouldn't, because it went real, like, I think in my old age, I can't take the just gratuitous violence as much. And it went real violent. So I wasn't sure I was going to finish it, but now with this Punisher crossover, it's kind of pissing me off, because I got to finish it. I got to finish season 1 and watch season 2.
Season 2, yes. And I don't think it's going to be a big part of Spider-Man, but considering they're establishing, hey, all these Netflix heroes do exist in the MCU in some way, shape, or form, and all of those guys from the Netflix shows operate literally in New York, New York City proper, and Spider-Man is now in New York City proper. It'd be kind of weird to be like, hey, he's in New York and he never runs across any of them. So it does make sense. The Punisher crossover, I kind of figured, was something that was just a matter of when, not if, consider how widely popular that character has become since Barenthal's performance in both his own Netflix series and the subsequent seasons of the Daredevil series. But yeah, he is a big recurring character throughout Spider-Man comics. They do run across each other quite a bit. So I think more so it's what happens in the city of New York is pretty much like the backdrop for setting the narrative of what Spider-Man will be doing with, because we had happy-go-lucky Peter for 3 films. Let's be real.
Right.
From Homecoming to No Way Home. And the only difference is that in the second and third movies, he had to deal with a loss. The second film, he had to deal with the loss of Tony Stark. The third film, he had to deal with the loss of Aunt May, because he never had to deal with the loss of Ben Parker. Like, that was already established before we met the character in Civil War. So for the most part, he's had it, I won't say easy, but the struggle that is Peter Parker has never really shown itself in any of the previous 3 films that he's been in. And this film, because now no one knows that he is Spider-Man.
Right.
You go back to that. So while Spider-Man's life might be still good from what they're showing in the trailer overall, yeah, he's still fighting crime and stuff. Peter Parker's life is pretty much like square one. You're broke, you have nothing, and you want to go to college.
But the trailer, you can tell how much heavier it is in the trailer. It looks much darker.
And darken. I'm glad that the darker theme they're going with is not an actual complete darkness of visuals that we're getting, like DC likes to do.
I was about to say, like Batman.
And I get that for Batman, that's fine when he's Batman, but it doesn't need to be. And I get it. There are gritty Spider-Man stories. There are gritty stories for various characters where just the whole vibe of that character is just the gritty, vile underbelly, cesspool of whatever the environment is. But they tell those gritty stories without darkening visually everything around them. And we get that here with this. It looks like we're getting that here with this Spider-Man stories.
Oh, Mr. Atlanta for Life was asking about what about Hail Mary?
Yes, I'm looking forward to that one. Going to see it Sunday.
Let me know how that is. I can't say that it's actually grabbed my attention anyway.
I was actually going to see it tonight until I remembered we had a show.
Ma'am.
I got 2 separate calendars, and I forgot to check the second calendar.
Ooh, if she bought them tickets, we would have been.
Well, it would have been just me and you tonight.
Well, I mean, it'd have been me and you. I have A-list, so it was just a matter of an A-list reservation, and then I canceled it and made one for Sunday. So not a big deal.
Okay. Well, what is Hail Mary is about? What?
Earth is dying, and Ryan Gosling has been voluntold.
Okay, that's it. That's all you had to say. I don't care. Okay, we're moving on. So that's all you had to say was
Ryan Gosling has basically been voluntold to go into space and find a planet for them to live on, or find resources to keep Earth's population surviving. Something of the nature of that.
He's a high school science teacher, but apparently he's the only person who can save humanity.
That part.
Yeah. Okay. Of course he is. I'm still pissed with Barbie. So no.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still pissed with that.
Why? Yeah. What? Did I miss something? What did he do in Barbie that was so wrong?
He was a man and got nominated. The whole fucking movie was about.
Okay, so that's not his fault, as we have seen.
You're absolutely right, but I can't be mad at the other people.
The voting body is trash. We know that. The voting body is petty, racist, and they suck.
Yes.
Because I don't care what the voting body says or what any rando on the street wants to come up and tell me. We all know movie of the year was Sinners.
Right.
And no one's going to convince me otherwise, because I'm sorry. I judge quality by how many times did you make me go to the theater to actually pay to watch this movie?
Right.
And I saw Sinners at least 6 times in the movie theater. I had no interest in watching one battle after another. Not to say that it wasn't a good movie. It probably very well is. And I may look at it as background noise while I'm working either tomorrow or one day next week to, have noise going on, because again, I'm not watching the men's tournament. But you're not going to convince me that there was a better film last year than Sinners based on everything that was nominated. And why the hell do we need 10 finalists for movie of the year? The hell?
Right.
Well, we know what that was done. Because I mean, granted, yes, movie of the year is normally a large category for nominations as far as the number of finalists. Most are like 4 or 5 finalists, but that's normally like 6 to 8 films.
Yeah,
not 10.
Well, that's one of the things that I didn't like about it. Like when The Martian came out, it was up against another film. Who was in that other film? I think it was the same person that was in the one that just won. And they didn't want The Martian and them to compete. So they put The Martian as a comedy just because he had a couple of funny lines. I'm like, this is not a comedy. It's not a comedy. Why would y'all move that just so that it wouldn't interfere with this one that y'all knew that it was going to win? And it would.
It's the same reason Straight Outta Compton didn't get nominated, because none of them actually went to see it.
Right.
And
that was a good ass movie.
Mm-hmm. And it's the same reason why Color Purple got 11 nominations and didn't win, because we have to nominate it. We just don't have to vote for it.
Right. And, well, let me not.
But
no, go ahead, because we after dark. What? Say it, girl, because I would say it.
Sinners had 16 nominations,
one
of which was Best Score, of course. Mr. Goranson.
Yep.
I would have been completely pissed, but I would not have been surprised if the only award they won was for best score. So the only white guy nominated in a field of 16 awards on a black movie, the only one that won was the white guy. I would not have been surprised at all.
They've done that before.
They have. They absolutely.
Yeah, but he's done. He was the one that did Black Panther.
He's in sports for Black Panther, yeah.
And he absolutely deserved it, in my opinion.
Because he's good. He knows how to pull the soul of a movie into the music that's chosen for that film.
Absolutely.
Because you can't not hear
himself with Black Panther.
Because you can't not hear any of the songs from that film and not think of a scene in that film tied to that song. And that's how good he is with that. But yeah, with Sinners, yes, they won some awards. There was others they should have won. And I feel like in any other year, they probably would have won those awards. But again, here you have one battle after another. And again, not saying it wasn't a good movie. Howsoever, movie of the year, director, no.
Right.
Supporting actor, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
But yeah, the only award that I was okay with Sinners not winning was Song of the Year, which they lost to Golden from the K-pop Demon Hunters. That was the only award that they lost that I was okay with them losing because it made sense.
Because I was sitting there with my fingers crossed.
Did you see Michael? I'm like, come on, Michael, could you not be happy for them? Because while they were singing, he was one that wasn't with his little ball and up, and he was just like, yeah, okay. I was like, okay, Michael, you didn't have to do that. I was peeping you, sir. I was like, come on, y'all, both people of color, you support them. Come on now.
He was nervous. That was before. I think that was before they announced him as best actor.
Plus, it was weird that he was actually that close to the stage as far as where they sat him.
He was in the front row, which I'm not surprised.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if that was by design or his choice, whatever. Good.
They seat you. They put your face where you're supposed to sit. And there's some people like, I don't want to sit next to this person. So they have to place everybody. And then they stand back and look and be like, okay, well, we can't have these two people here because now they're divorced and now they
right.
Yeah, I still don't understand that choice because I guess it was kind of weird because I think for everything else that he's probably been a part of or in when he's shown up, he's been somewhere else. He's never been front row like that at the stage. Like he's been near the front before, but never front row to where all he had to do was get up and take a step up and he's on the stage. So I just found that interesting that they did that. And yeah, there's probably illogical rationale behind it because I can't think of anything rational that's like, yeah, he should have been front and center or first row. Not to take anything away from his celebrity or his status warranting that, but it's just kind of weird, kind of like they wanted to make everyone aware, like, hey, he's here, but at the same time, like we did this so y'all could see him and no reason other than that because we don't want him to win type thing. At least that's how I felt to me.
The other one that I just remembered, Teresa, was The Devil Wears Prada, which I have my tickets for, and I better get my fucking popcorn bag.
Yep,
I'm going the 29th. I'm the day before, so they better have that damn popcorn bag.
I think our tickets are on the 29th too. But yeah, I will be up there at 11 a.m. when they open the theater.
Ma'am,
to get my popcorn bag.
Oh my gosh.
And then I will be going back home to work.
Can they let you in to go and get that? Because I'm Regal and I don't know if they'll allow me to go in just to get the bag.
I'm not. Yeah, I've done both. I've done Regal and AMC just to buy.
Show them that your ticket and then
I ain't show them shit. I told them I was there to buy merch, and they said okay. I went straight up to the counter. For Fantastic Four, it was AMC. I told them, look, I just came to get my cups. I went right over. And then for Regal, I don't remember what it was. I know I bought the Gladiator stuff. I think that's what it was, Gladiator 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I that means that I need to be there early because mine's is at 6:30, and I can't not. I'm gonna be pissed because I know.
As a matter of fact, I've done it at Cinemark too, to buy merch. Mm-hmm.
But you don't need a ticket to go into the lobby to buy merch, do you?
Because you can go to the movies. I'm like, how do they know that you're not going to run off and go to the movies? I mean, I could show them my ticket. It'd be like, I'm going to try it. And then I'll be
they might ask for your ticket, but for me, they do
I'll
not.
be in our thing, be like, Teresa, you fucking lied to me. They not letting me in.
Oh, gosh.
But yeah, I'll be getting that. Yes, ma'am. And I'm going, mine is in VIP, so I need to go and pick it up the normal because fucking VIP gives you the free popcorn and the drinks,
right.
But all that other stuff, I'm like, y'all need to move this into VIP. So when people come there, I'm like, I'm paying all this money for this ticket, but yet I can't get all of this stuff that's over here.
Right. So, you gotta stand in line with the common folk.
Yeah, and I don't like that. I'm bougie. I don't. When I fly on first class, I'm not even okay. So I'm not the global one. When I go through, I do have clear, and I'm like, I don't need to be waiting on these lines. And yeah, well,
look, enjoy your clear status. I will be with the peasants walking through regular TSA pat downs or whatnot.
Yeah,
it's cool. I've been left before when flying with people because they got pre-check and clear and all this other stuff. And it's like, I see you at the gate. It's all good.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry.
You know, it comes with the American.
I'm gonna just be talking about you while TSA is groping me when they should be asking me for dinner first.
Oh, I love them because I don't go through the thing.
The body scanner.
Yeah, I was like, I need to be pat down. And then you want a private room? I'm like, nope, I'm into voyeurism. You can do me right here. So, and I make them laugh because I know people have just been irritating them, and it just makes them laugh. Yep, pre-check.
Unfortunately, I don't travel enough to worry about that, so I just go through regular security.
That part. That's why I don't worry about it. I travel maybe 2 times a year, if that.
Well, I've always gotten to the airport early because I can go into the lounge. But now they're telling you to be there 3 and 4 hours. And I'm able to get through clear. When I went to Utah, I got through clear within 10, 15 minutes. The lounge, I had to wait damn near an hour because everybody was there. I was like,
dang.
Okay, I'm not going to be able to sit down and relax. Is the reason why I came here. Because I don't like being stressed out before I fly. I need to woosah. And now I'm going to be stressed out because by the time I get into the lounge, I'm going to have a few minutes and then I got to go to the gate. That's not relaxing. But I was able to get in to the lounge and still had time to chill and relax.
Okay, cool.
Those are the movies. I mean, The Devil Wears Prada is the one that I'm definitely looking forward to. I can't wait for that one. And I'm just trying to decide, should I dress up? Should I be bougie going to the theater? Be like, I'm here to get my tickets and you know, should I do the clicks? What do you call it? The clappers or the clicklies? The click, 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 clicks? Should I wear my heels? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out, should I just be extra? That girl?
Yes. Yes to all of the above.
I would wear my new fur coat, but it's probably going to be 1,000 degrees by then in Atlanta.
That part.
This movie comes out when?
It's going to be 80 degrees
Oh
For
yeah,
the rest-
it'll be warming up. It'll be early summer in the middle of spring. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I just turned the fireplace on Monday, and I'm like, are we hot now? So now it's gonna be 80,
I
88.
might take it. I might take it instead of my movie blanket.
The chinchilla fur coat.
Yeah, I might just carry it just to be carrying it.
Exactly. Throw it over my shoulders.
Yeah, just be like, walk with my glasses. Throw them my coat. Here, hold this while I go get my popcorn. And then run back and give me my coat, damn it.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I might do that. I have to have somebody record me. So now I gotta find somebody to go with me. Be like, I need you to hold this. Hold that while I go and get yeah, okay, that's gonna be me. I'm gonna be that girl. The other franchise sequel reboots that are coming out now, guys, I'm all into these. I don't know what the hell is the matter with me, but all of these kid shows are, even on television, I'm like, why am I watching ELO? What the hell? I can't get enough of these kid shows. There's Zootopia 2, Hoppers, Goat, Mario. What the hell is the matter? I don't understand.
I always watch. I mean, I always go see the kids stuff, the animated stuff. I thought Zootopia 2 was cute. For some reason, I just cannot get down with Hoppers. I have been to see Hoppers twice, and I fell asleep both times.
Whoa.
Okay, were you tired? That's crazy. So that means that it was boring. It couldn't capture your attention.
Were you worn out or exhausted? Did you
I mean,
have
I
the
can
first
understand
time-
one time.
The first time, I was kind of tired.
okay.
And that's why I figured I would go again and give it another shot. I was awake that time until the movie started.
It didn't hold your interest.
It did not. So I have seen the end of that movie twice. Please don't don't ask me what happened. like a little bit in from the beginning. I saw the beginning twice. But that little part.
So you seen the beginning, the end, and just no middle.
Exactly.
Just a bread sandwich and a wish in the middle.
Pretty much.
And Mario is not a kid's film. I will fully attest that the Super Mario movies are not children's movies. They were not made for people under the age of 16. They were made for us.
Yeah.
Those of us who pretty much played Mario games since the 80s.
Right. Yeah.
That's what those movies
Mario
are made for. Because there is a level of adult humor that a 10-year-old will not comprehend. A 12-year-old won't.
The Goat too, really. Have you seen the Goat?
I have not seen Goat, but considering it was done, Steph Curry's behind it and the people he brought into it, the voice actors I've seen on it, I'm like, there's no way they are seriously marketing this towards kids. I get it. Furry animals playing basketball is the draw.
I think kids would enjoy, just like the colors,
the visuals,
yes. Yeah, the basketball and stuff. Yeah.
But the storyline, the audio that's going on, that's not for them. It's
adult.
It's kind of like the trend that happened. What was it? It was a bunch of films in the
same. Have parents screaming like, "I brought my kid to this."
Well, they're always complaining about something when they don't pay attention to things.
Right.
Like the what was it? It was an animated film. So Sausage Party is one of those things, right?
Yes.
Where it was animated, it was food, and it's like, oh yeah, I can take my kids to see this. Do you not see the R rating up there for this? Do you not see the people attached, Seth Rogen and all these other vile mouth?
Do you not hear the name of that movie and know what a sausage party is?
No, they don't, because all they see is animation. I can take my kids and shut them up for a while, and then they actually paying attention to the movie and it's like, oh my gosh, this. So not really as extreme as that, but like the Shrek films, Tangled, something else, another like fairy tale style films that were animated, but were like pretty much for adults, not children. type thing, right? And it's like, this is what GOAT looks like. I'll probably see it since it's been out for a while now. No one should be in the movie theater to watch it.
You should. It's good. And I was happy for, Steph Curry and all that kind of stuff, and Gabrielle Union, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a child character on there. But the voice is this little girl. She's a rapper, but she's also like a social media, like she came up in social media influencer. Everybody loves her. Name is Savannah McConaughey, but her rap name is Van Van. And I was so happy.
I know who that is.
To see that Van Van had gotten that voiceover job. Because I've been watching Van Van online since she was like 3. She is the most adorable little thing.
She was at something recently.
She was at the Hawks game. She was at a Hawks game.
But no, it was something because I was present and saw her and didn't realize it was her until they said who she was. Because I'm like, why is everyone crowding around this toddler?
I would have known. I would have been fangirling over Van Van. Either Van Van or Miss Shirley, and I would have been fangirling.
Yeah, but it was something within the last 6 months or so that I was at, and she was there, and I was just like, okay, Van Van, social media. So when I got on wherever I was going, pulled up Van Van, I was like, oh, I remember this little kid. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Okay, I'm a BTS fan, so
knock yourself out.
I will be up watching them when they premiere.
Netflix special when it drops.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so no sleep for you.
Yeah. That's
I have nothing against them, but I am just not a
K-pop stan like that.
I don't. Well, no.
I mean, those other ones, like, I don't even know the names of the other ones. I don't.
Stray Kids.
The Pink or Blackpink or whatever. I don't.
Blackpink.
Yeah, I don't really. If I hear a song, I'm like, oh, that's cute. I don't know who it is. BTS, I know them because of my daughter, and I kind of like them. So.
If it ain't Huntrix, I don't care.
I'm gonna need you to.
Oh, and they're going on tour.
I'm gonna need you to know more than just Huntrix, and you. Okay, so you.
And they better bring Saja Boys with them when they go on tour.
All I'm saying, Teresa, is use your music app, whatever it is you listen to, Spotify, Pandora, whatever it is, Apple Music, and just hit suggest similar artists.
Nope.
And you will find yourself going down a veritable rabbit hole of wonderful music. Look, you're watching anime. I'm pretty sure there are certain some of the anime you've watched. You've made sure to watch the entire intro because the song is so good or catchy.
You know what? I ran across a reel on Instagram. I think it was yesterday, within the last couple of days, where this guy was asking a bunch of people. It was obviously at a Comic-Con, asking them what their favorite anime song was, like intro or whatever song. And these people just rattling off all these songs too. And I was surprised. It was a really long video too, but I was surprised that nobody said the Don Da Don theme. That I would have said that, but I was also sitting there thinking, I sit there and I sit there looking, watching that corner, waiting for it to say skip intro or skip credits or whatever. And if it doesn't say that, I hit that 10-second button until we're at the end. I do not
be skipping intros. You got to watch the intro at least twice.
Nope.
To get a feel
I will
for
watch it once.
No, twice.
The very first time I will watch it, and then every time after that, I'm skipping the intro because I do not care.
I will watch it once, and then I'll skip it until I see that if it's changed, then I'll watch the new one once, and then I'll skip it. Just because that's what I was doing with
and this is why you should watch it twice, because gone are the days where you could do that, skip it until it changes, because they don't change that much anymore.
I noticed
they don't change that much. So up until recently, I would say up through probably like the 2010s, when seasons were like a full 26 episodes, around somewhere between 12 to 14. So episode 12, 13, 14, wherever the story flips, changes.
Black Clover, they changed.
Well, Black Clover, they changed because, I mean, season 1, if you will, is 200 episodes. So yes, that changed several times, but they changed it like every 30, 40 episodes. But I'm saying like standard where it's like 26.
Yeah.
That 12, 13, 14 episode is where there's a change because the story itself has changed in the anime when it was, you know, a hardcore 26 episodes per season. Now that everyone's doing this straight up 12, 13 episode seasons, the only way it's changed is if they get another season. So Don Da Don, season 1 had one song, season 2 had another song. Why? Because each season is 13 episodes. And the only other change in between there was the movie.
Well, I'm watching Dr. Stone, and
Okay.
I just got to season 2.
Okay.
And I just realized, actually, because I said I would listen to the intro the first time, but when season 2 started, I remember it coming on. I was like, oh, that song is different. Skip. So I didn't even listen to it in the first episode of season 2.
And I'm trying to get y'all into watching more anime. Why again? Like, why am I doing this to myself?
For the anime, not for the music.
The music is part of the anime.
Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Well, since we're talking about anime, I'm going to jump to that one because there's
Sorry.
a couple of. Okay, so the one that I was watching, which was the 7 Deadly Sins, and my daughter was yelling at me. I still like it.
That's perfectly okay. Where are you with 7 Deadly Sins? Because it got to a point to where I just got bored of watching it and I had to stop.
I only started. I think I finished with the second episode.
Oh, okay. So you were nowhere near where I stopped because I think
no, I'm new because the sins were
they're spread out.
Well, they gathered them together and they
Mhm.
were fighting somebody.
Mhm.
They're all together now. But I'm still confused, so I might have to go back and watch it again because I can't figure out how. Maybe it was noise in the background.
Probably.
Because the next thing I did when I turned around, they were all together fighting, and the one that was, I guess, the leader. I don't know. It was confusing, but okay. Another one that I like is True Beauty, and you would be proud of me, James, because it's not dubbed, and I am reading it.
Wow.
I was on the plane. I downloaded it. Yes. So I'm like, it's really good. I really, really like it. And these Korean boys are they're kind of sexy. I'm like, y'all are damn.
And see, that's the exact opposite of me because I was watching, was it The Water Witch or something like that? And the
Water Magician or the Silent Witch?
Was it the Silent Witch? Yeah, I think it was
the Silent Witch.
Mm-hmm. No, this wasn't a cartoon. This one is people.
Oh, that's a K-drama.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I got to a certain point in the season of the Silent Witch, and a little thing came up and said, "Well, you're out of English episodes. The rest are in Japanese. Do you want to continue?" And I was like, "Hell no."
you just wait a couple of weeks and let them, you know.
Which is why I take my time watching Freerun. I don't want to. I'll wait.
Yeah, you should wait. Freerun's not done yet.
Yeah.
New episode tomorrow.
I'll wait because I think I only did 2 episodes. I know that they were in the cave and they found the rocks or the diamonds or whatever the hell.
Diamonds are black magic, yes.
To suck their magic away or so. Yeah.
They had to survive that. Yeah, that was cute. It gets better.
And then the other one is Boyfriend on Demand. That looked interesting, so I saved that one to watch. But True Beauty is really cute. You would like that, Teresa. She is not pretty, and she's bullied in her other school, and then she transfers to a new school and she learns how to put makeup on. And when she goes to the new school, everybody's like, oh my God, who's this girl? Who's this girl? And she's not used to people looking at her, being friendly and wanting to be her friend. And it's all new to her. And then she runs into her bully from the other school when she's in the mall. And it's like, what do I do? And she just runs away. And the girl is looking at her like, okay, do I know you? Because you're really pretty. It's good. And then you got two guys one who knows what she really looks like because she's a geek and she likes horror comics. So one who knows what she looks like, and then the other one who doesn't know that she's not really pretty because she has all the makeup on. It's a good show because she's like running back and forth, and her mother is like, what are you doing? Her mother owns a beauty store, a beauty salon. So she's like wiping off her makeup, and then when they call her, say, can you come and meet me? She has to put her makeup back on and then run back out. And it's cute. I like it, and I think you would like it too. I guess it would be a rom-com.
Yes.
I think it would be considered a rom-com. I think it's cute.
It's
I
funny
like it.
You didn't know that Tomo-chan as a girl was a rom-com.
I didn't know that. I would have lost the bet.
I'm still giggling over that one because it's like all the chaos that takes place. There was nothing serious about that show whatsoever.
I just would have said it was a funny show. I don't, for some reason, me associating cartoons with rom-com is not a thing. And that's probably why I was like, oh, wow, that's considered a rom-com. So now I'm looking at it like, hey, okay, is this a rom-com? I'm looking at the animations in a different light. You got me looking at them differently.
Because all of the romance anime I watch are rom-coms on purpose because that's my favorite romance medium as far as the genre goes. I don't like straight up serious romance stories. They're boring to me.
And I usually don't. Like in real life, I don't. But I've watched several of the, just romance, no com animes, and I like them.
So, I mean, even Apothecary Diaries has a rom-com element to it.
I was going to say that. I would consider that a rom-com.
Very underlying, but it's not there in the forefront because, of the nature of everything that's going on. So,
because Mao Mao is silly.
Yes.
The way she acts around mushrooms.
Mao Mao is socially aloof.
Crazy.
She is socially aloof. She is highly intelligent, but when it comes to social cues, it's like, I'm sorry, do you want something?
Right.
Like, why are you in my face staring at me? Like, I got to go do this thing over here. Completely unaware that this person lost in her eyes is falling for her. Like, right.
She doesn't have any concept of how pretty she is because she's just worried about
that she does
poison.
Because she purposely puts on the freckles so she won't get kidnapped.
Right, but she thinks she's putting on freckles is making her ugly so she won't get kidnapped. And honey, it's gonna take more than a couple of freckles.
Which is hilarious. Like I say, because she still gets kidnapped in the first episode. So
right.
And in season 2, but different reasons in season 1 and season 2 as far as why she gets kidnapped. But yes.
Okay, and you guys, and what did y'all do last weekend?
Atlanta Sci-Fi and Fantasy Expo.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and BlurCon was prior to that?
And the BlurCon was the weekend before that, yes.
I didn't go to BlurCon.
What?
I am still recovering from both.
Wait, Teresa, I thought you went to BlurCon.
No, but Teresa did not go to BlurCon.
No. Oh. I've had about 15 people tell me, oh, you should have gone to BlurCon. Thanks a lot. I didn't.
I figured it was going to be like a work one and you would have time after to do some stuff. I didn't.
Well,
That's what they did. They
Yeah.
James is on the Moana Nui crew. I'm not on the
I'm
on the travel team.
Press team, if you will. But you could have come as press, and you would have had trust me, you would have had a good time because we didn't do much press there for reasons. And I don't want to say that to be negative of BlurredCon, because BlurredCon was all in all a very wonderful, positive experience and a very good time. Mainly because of the theme this year, which was Geeknik, which is a play on Freaknik. And for those of us of a certain age, we know what Freaknik is. However, them 20 to early 30-something children's running around
had no idea.
No idea, but they dressed like they did. I know that.
Yes and no.
Some of them did.
Some of them did. But what I loved with the theme is that how many over 40 people were there who were aware of what Freaknik is, who showed up and showed out because of the theme. I didn't get a lot of pictures because I was really just taking in the environment and really enjoying myself. And pretty much when I'm enjoying myself in a spot, I literally like immerse myself in the environment, trying to enjoy. So I don't pull out my phone and just snap pictures of everything. That's not me. But there was 3 women there who were dressed as Salt, Pepper, and Spinderella on the first day, which I was like, oh, that is awesome. Unfortunately, every time we saw them, they were on the opposite end of whatever space we were in. So I could have got a picture of them from 200 feet away, but I wanted to get a picture of them up close, or at least with them, which never really happened. And then I saw one of the 3 later on that weekend dressed as a mashup of, what was it? Because I'm blanking, because there was so many mashups that weekend of hip hop and anime characters put together. But yeah, she had done something similar of a hip hop theme with an anime character. I just can't remember what it is. But yeah, those of us over 40 who came.
The same girls that I see at Dragon Con. The one that did Salt and Pepper. It wasn't a Spinderella.
Yeah, no, this is a trio. This is
Pepper.
Yeah, this is a trio because one of them was Spinderella. So yeah, this wasn't a duo. This was a trio.
Okay.
But yeah, that's for me. That was the highlight of the weekend, is seeing everybody over 40 dressed up in either as a hip hop personality or just basically in their own 90s garb for when they were, teenager to early 20-something, in that realm of when Freaknik was an actual thing to go to. And there was actually a panel of cosplay over 40, which is great because everyone on the panel was pretty much around 50 and up. And that was just wonderful to see them still in it. And of course, no one looked their age.
Of course we don't.
No one looked their age. That was because when they're all there in their ages, I'm like, use a lie, use a lie, use a lie, use a lie. Like, because we know black don't crack. But like I said, all in all, a good thing. The only thing I can nitpick on was our interview schedule and the process of getting said. Everything around interviewing celebrities was a fuster
pain in the ass.
A fuster cluck is the best way I can say it. So and at year 9 with them going into year 10, this is the thing. This is one of those things. It's like, this is year 1, 2, 3 stuff that should be ironed out early on, and you should not still be doing this. So they lost 2 of our interviews, by the way.
They lost them?
Yeah. The people that we were supposed to interview at certain times, they lost 2 of the 3 that we had for Saturday.
How do you lose people?
No one knew where they were.
Okay.
Because for our 3rd interview, they sent one person off to find the person we were supposed to interview. And then 30 minutes later, sent another person off to find the person who was initially sent to find the person we were supposed to interview. So yeah, that's what I say. That's what I mean by like losing people. It's like you set up, and I get it. Running conventions not easy, but you can't do everything yourself. Your team needs to be competent enough that whoever's handling media relations needs to know where all your celebrities are at any given time, rather, especially when they have to do panels,
Right.
be on stage to address the wide audience, where there's open and closing ceremonies, and when they're supposed to be in a particular room to interview with particular outlets. Those are just things that should just normally happen. And yes, saying that from the experience of having done interviews over the last 3-ish years at both MomoCon and DragonCon, yes, I have become spoiled because of how things have been running.
Do they not have at BlurCon? Do they not have handlers?
They do.
Stars.
They do, but to what extent I don't know, because it's not like they were there all the time. Like, at DragonCon, there's a handler with the celebrity at all times.
Right.
Even if they have to trade off handlers, like, okay, Mr. So-and-so, here's the person who's going to be with you for the next X number of hours.
Right, because those are the people who are like, okay, you got a so-and-so in 15 minutes. We need to wrap this up.
We need to wrap this up. We need to go because you have a panel at this time. You're supposed to be in the interview room at this time. You're supposed to be on the Walk of Fame at this time, and just getting them from point to point to point. And I get it. That's not just one person from like the time they get up to the time they go to bed, but it is a team of people that they're, but there's also communication, because these people also know, like, hey, have your device with you, because we're going to be blowing you up to make sure that you and that celebrity are where they're supposed to be. I don't know if BlurCon does that. Like I said, I don't know what their process is as far as making sure the celebrities get around and whatnot. So, but that like I said, that's the only knock I have. And if I wasn't there as press, I probably would have said nothing critical about the convention at all. But I was, and I have. So,
what would you say for your spring or around February, March, April, your favorite conventions to go to?
Actually, I like Atlanta Sci-Fi and Fantasy Expo because, one, it's free. 2, it is still very low key here in Atlanta. As much as we advertise, we do get a nice size crowd on Saturday. Probably dwindles a little bit on the Sunday, but
and this is downtown.
No, this is at North Lake Mall.
North Lake Mall. It's actually in Tucker. Tucker, Georgia.
So just outside of the Atlanta city limits.
I hope that they can get back to where they're getting, a nice little crowd, because it was a good show. There was some good stuff going on. They had really good vendors. I spent too much money, and I still didn't get to all the vendors I wanted to. I had to stop myself because of how much money I had already spent.
But you were with all the vendors, even though you were helping one in particular.
Right.
I don't see how you didn't get to all of them. They were all right there.
Yeah, well, luckily for my wallet, I just stayed at the table for most of the time.
And I knew I couldn't buy anything because, again, I was just at BlurCon the weekend before and spent money I said I wasn't going to spend. And so I didn't have anything to spend really at Atlanta Sci-Fi. I did buy RJ's book because she was there.
I need to get her book, but I mean, I bought so many other people's books.
I would definitely pick up folks' cards and be like, when the budget allows, I would definitely go online and buy your stuff. But
exactly.
Please don't give me the puppy dog eyes as far as like, please listen to my story and hopefully you'll buy it. I will listen to your story. There's no guarantee I actually buy your stuff because I may not have it in the budget.
Right. Yeah, because there were some comics that I wanted to buy.
And I do feel like, sometimes I do want to buy everything from every creator that's there, but it's like, I can't afford to buy all y'all's stuff. That's why I normally ask them, hey, are you going to be at this convention? Are you going to be at this convention? Are you going to be at this convention? So if they say yes to any of those things, it's like, okay, I would definitely look for you at the next convention and buy something. They become part of the rotation of, of that, especially when I'm at MomoCon and I'm like, hey, are you going to be at DragonCon? And if I get a yes, cool, I will see you at DragonCon. I would definitely spend money because I have time to budget for that. But sometimes at MomoCon is like, I don't have the budget. I'm here and I'm just happy to be off work.
Well, see, that's why I didn't budget for MegaCon, and I was telling James Teresa, before we went live, is like I'm pissed because it's this weekend.
Oh,
and I was like, the reason why I went last year was because of Jodie from Doctor Who, and then something happened with her schedule and she had to cancel. Because I had my cosplays ready for her, and she was like, she promised to come this year, and I was like, we'll see if I have the budget and I want to go, but I went somewhere else instead. And who is fucking gonna be there?
I saw a couple of good people that are going to be there. I can't remember off the top of my head, but
We're going up. Okay. 3 of them are going to be there. We got 2 of the Zoes, the singing
and speaking.
The ones that sings with EJ, and then the voice actress. Both of them are going to be there, and then the voice actress of what's the main one? God, Rumi. She's going to be there, but she's going to be here in next month, and I'm going to go and see her next month. And I'm hoping that she's going to be okay with putting a hoodie on, because the cosplay, I'm doing my little closet cosplay with with my pink hair, and like I have the hat on, my glasses on. I'm like, I'm gonna need you to put your hood on, because when I do my pictures, we just not gonna stand there and smile. We got to do some stuff. So I'm like, I need you to put this hoodie on so I can scrunch it and stand behind you, and we take the picture. That's it. So we gonna see. But that's one of my cons that I like to go to. And the other one is also happening this weekend, is Galaxy Con at Richmond. That one. And I keep promising that my nephew, who loves to cosplay, that I would be going with him to that one. So
MegaCon has got some crazy.
MegaCon is amazing. I'm MegaCon, and there's another one here in San Antonio, Space City, San Antonio. They be having some freaking actors. I don't know how y'all get them, but damn it.
MegaCon has got John Cena, Orlando Bloom, Brendan Fraser.
Yes.
Alec Baldwin.
Well, you'll be able to see all but one of them.
John Boyega.
Girl, they got them all.
Wow. Giancarlo Esposito.
He's always there. He's a regular.
Yeah, they got
a
lineup.
Big Brother Dean on Mike T.
Yeah, he's a regular. That GalaxyCon is they got some people. They got some people. And what I also liked about them too is that they shut the park down. So I was like, had my tickets for Harry Potter, and I was just spent my time going back and forth between the Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade. That's all I spent. So yeah, I'll spend money to go to Universal and don't do nothing else but hang out at Harry Potter.
I mean, because what else are you doing?
I couldn't tell you where other stuff is,
because it's not important. It's Harry Potter.
It's Harry Potter. I don't care about
yeah,
all the other stuff. And now that the Epic is opened up, the Epic Hotel is opened up right across from where they have the GalaxyCon at that hotel, that's the Hilton.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me shit. You're not gonna be able to tell me nothing, because I'm going right over to Epic, and I'm like, I'm good.
Well, up until now, I had only done local cons, Atlanta cons, but I bought my ticket for my first out-of-state con today.
What?
Where are we going? And when?
We're going to Blurred Con 2027.
Woohoo! Oh my God. Okay, ma'am. And that's in Maryland?
Virginia,
Virginia.
DMV area.
Okay.
Just outside of DC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing with BlurCon this year. So a lot of the crew that we normally hang with at conventions, including Dana and Joy, who are part of the media team, got to meet my mother and my sister.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, talk to Joy and ask her what my sister told them.
Yeah, I was gonna say there are some embarrassing stories
Apparently
going
there
around that
are.
haven't
I don't know.
gotten
It's
yet.
not nice for you, but it was nice for them.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was enjoyable for them because my sister came out and had dinner with us both nights. Well, first night they all came out, but we had already had a table. So they sat, not too far from us. So at one point after I was done eating with the group, I went to talk to my family, catch up, see how they were doing everything. My sister grabs her glass of wine and sits at my seat with everyone else. And I let her sit over there for about a good half an hour, 45 minutes while I caught up with my nephew and my mom. And then after a while, I was like, all right, let me send your daughter back over here because I'm pretty sure she's tried to embarrass me as much as possible. And sent her back. And then the next night she came out to have dinner with us. And I was told in no uncertain terms by Joy and Dana that when my sister shows up, I have to move to the other end of the table so they can continue to get stories out of her.
Okay. Well, I went to my first content creator convention at in Utah.
Okay.
And now I heard that this was a Mormon thing. I don't know the story behind this, but no matter what your age is, now there was a woman who damn well she wasn't 18. If you walk into a restaurant, you have to show ID, no matter what. Somehow that's a Mormon story, and I didn't really understand the story when they was explaining it, and I just tuned them out, be like, okay, I don't care, here's my ID. But the town is pretty. It's pretty. I flew into Salt Lake City, and it wasn't Salt Lake City. I could never remember the name of the damn city. The city was like, it was out the outskirts. It was like 40 minutes away from Salt Lake, and the mountains was beautiful. The snow, and you can see the people skiing down the hill. And when I was flying over, the houses are built into the fucking mountain. I'm like, my backyard is a mountain. If I come out of my house and I look up, I'm like, why would I want to have my house? When you look down, you can see like the houses are pushed back. I'm like, the road ends in the mountain. Why are the houses? It was confusing, and I'm like, but it was pretty. It was one of those towns where me as a Black person, I would not want to live, because a
good chunk of Utah is the Rocky Mountains, if I'm not mistaken.
There's a resort. I have to go back on TikTok and try to figure out what it is, but there's a resort in Utah that I want to go to, but that's really about the only reason I want to go to Utah.
Yeah. Hey, Tony. It was nice. I got so much information. I was able to hit up all of these coaches that I follow, and I just got so many great ideas, and I'm like, okay, they gonna help me make money, because there was some stuff that I was stuck on. It's like, how am I transitioning cosplay into this content creator UGC world? And I just couldn't figure it out. They gave me some great ideas, because they was like, oh my God, that's gonna be the thing. You at the bottom, people are into it. And I'm like, yeah, I dress up, I can do skits, whatever it is that you want. I don't have a problem talking on camera. Please. I love talking on camera. I'm not shy. Because you're like, oh, I have a problem talking when I go out into the field. I'll be pulling out my tripod. I'm in HEB. I'm in the aisle. I'll be walking. I'll be like waiting for people to finish. I'm like, I'm trying to shoot here. Can you hurry up and pick your stuff? I don't care. So that's why I pick times where I go early in the morning where I ain't got to deal with people, or I go like 30 minutes before I know that the store is going to close and everybody is not in there. So those figure it out. I don't have a problem shooting in public. I'll be holding my phone. I'm in the airport. I'll be like, I'm on my way. See y'all. But that's me. So that was my reason why I couldn't go to MegaCon, is because I went to Utah. So, and then my next anime one is next month, and I don't have anything else planned after that. Actually, I did, but the way that the world is happening right now, I'm not leaving the United States, because the reason why I didn't go to Dragon Con is that it's the anniversary for Harry Potter, and I was going to London to be at Platform 9 3/4. I'm not going. I'm staying here.
Dragon Con now, right?
No, I'm not coming to Dragon Con because I didn't get my ticket. I'm not paying all that money for Dragon Con and then trying to do a Hunger Game thing, trying to find a hotel. That's not me. When I plan, I will do it last year. Like if I'm doing it now, as soon as Dragon Con finishes, I'd be like, okay, I got my ticket. Okay, got my hotel. I'm good. So, and I learned my lesson with staying at the Marriott. I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah, it's never the host hotel.
Yeah,
I don't
know. If you're of a certain age, you can stay at the host hotel, but I would not suggest it. So Hyatt, Hilton, Marriott.
I'm a Hilton girl, so I would, but I heard that there was issues with Hilton.
I wouldn't know. I've never stayed in a host hotel. The closest I've been is the Cortland Grand, which used to be called the Sheraton.
Yeah, we were at the Cortland last year.
Yeah, that's the one that they say that's for the older.
Yes.
Older one. That's where you pick up your ticket.
Yeah, that's what registration is.
Yeah, that's the one where everybody was like, "Oh no, I stay at this one because it's quiet. We can walk to wherever it is that we need to do."
Yep,
it's one of the few convention hotels that doesn't host a party at all for the weekend, because the Westin does host a party.
They had parties at the Cortland last year.
They did? Which one?
The 80s party was at the Cortland. And I think there was a Bridgerton ball there too.
But they weren't. So when I say parties, I mean like post midnight. I think those started. Oh, they did?
The 80s party, I think it started at like 8. It was for us old people. It was probably over. Yeah.
Before midnight. Yeah. So when I say party, I mean like the DC Marvel ball or the last party in Alderaan, which pretty much start at 11 and end at 2. Like those parties is what I mean when I say they don't host.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know they host things like in the evening and before midnight, but they don't host anything that runs past midnight at the Cortland Grand or Sheraton.
Very true.
The only noise you're going to get is the handful of food trucks that are in the driveways as you're going into the hotel. But
now they had something, because our room was it was one of the rooms that was like on the pool.
Yes.
Like where we had you open the curtains and the window looks out onto the pool, which was actually pretty cool. But they did have something at the pool one night.
Yes.
That mermaid thing or something, but I don't think it went past 12 either.
12,
I think it ended pretty early because we didn't have any noise troubles.
Right.
And we're hoping we can get back in there this year. But
good luck.
The other
the Westin would be the one that I would stay at too, because that's not too far. And then whichever that other one that's right across the street. I can't remember that hotel, but there was one that's right across the street from the Marriott.
Not Ozio. It's oh gosh, it's like a 4-letter name. I keep forgetting what it is, but I have a friend who normally stays there every year.
Yeah, those are two that I would look at if I couldn't get into the Hilton, but I've got points. So I was like, I would go to wherever it is that I got points, and then the other ones.
Yeah, because if I can't stay down,
but I'm putting BlurCon. I'm putting Dragon Con on my list for next year. If this planet is still here, I'm putting it.
I mean, I understand there's that.
Yeah.
If midterms go the way we all hope they should, then it might still be standing and spinning, maybe, possibly.
But he's gonna care. He don't care now. Doing an executive order. He's not asking Congress permission now. So why would it matter?
Executive orders only carry so much weight, though.
They could say we need to get you out of the office, and okay.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, let me tell you about my Vegas trip. I went to see. Well, first of all, I went with my husband. It was his business trip. It was an annual business thing that they do for their company, and that's when they hand out all of the bonuses. So you get like 16 weeks or something, however, like that of your annual salary, and there's only one day. They have to work one day, and then you have the dinner, and because we're there 3 days. So he was like, he had to work. It was Saturday because we got there Friday. He had his work. Yeah, we got there Friday, and they had their dinner on Friday. They had the company dinner on Friday. Where we all went. And then Saturday they had to work. And he was like, "Are you going to be okay?" "I'm going to be fine. Don't worry about me." I want to see Michael Jackson because when we was there last time, I wanted to see that. But I was like, okay, well, the Sphere is here. And since I'm all into Wicked, I want to go and see The Wizard of Oz. And the hotel that we stayed at, it was right across the street. The guy was like, "Do you have a preference for your room?" And again, this is where flirting comes in. I was like, "Boo, I'm a content creator, so I need you to help me because I need a view. Can I see the Sphere?" And he was like, "Okay, I got you." I was like, "Okay. Oh, can you do me another favor? I need y'all to open up the doors so I can video record myself going through the doors." I told you I was pulling everybody in. I was like, I'm trying to do this for the hotel so I can put it on TikTok Go, and I'm trying to make me some money here. You gotta hustle. He was like, "Yeah, that's right. You gotta hustle." The room was beautiful. The room was beautiful. Why do they just the touchscreen of the TV in a bathroom? Why do I need a TV in a bathroom? I don't know, but I want to put a TV in my bathroom. I just want to put a TV in the bathroom now.
Because you can.
Because I can. But my OCD, again, I forgot my shower shoes. And I forgot the stuff to bring to clean because, I will clean a bathroom before I use it. And I wanted that tub was beautiful, but I forgot the stuff that I had ordered it off of Amazon, my little personal cleaning kit. And I was trying to put everything in the bag because I didn't want to check anything. I wanted to put everything overhead. So I took it out just so I can make sure that I had room for other stuff, and I forgot to put it in there. We had, so, I put a towel on the floor and just took a shower in there. What the fuck? I didn't care. But I didn't get in that tub because I needed to clean the tub. But the shower was pretty too. They had the rocks, and so if I ever redo my bathroom, I want to put those pebbles on the floor to make your feet feel nice.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the pretty stones on the wall. I mean, when I tell you the bathroom was gorgeous, and then the room itself, there was a touch screen. What do you call it? Will Smith had it when he was on one of his shows when he was walking around his house, and it controls everything. So it's like
iPad or whatever with all the
yeah, a
controls.
little iPad with to turn the TV on, to open up the blinds. You had the main blinds, you had the shears. When you turn the light on, everything opens up automatically. When you turn the light off, everything closes automatically, and then you can control it. The TV, the food is weighed. The food, the candy. If you pick up something and you have it in your hand for more than 30 seconds, even if you don't open it up, they charge you for it. I'm like, shit. I was like,
same thing with the refrigerator. You can open the fridge, but you take anything out of it, they know.
They know. So I was like, I'm not touching nothing. I'm not touching anything. But again, I didn't have room for my little vacuum, because if you hit the bed, all of the stuff, and I had my mask on, I was like, I need to clean. I'm just pounding on it. I was like, okay. Clean it. So I put the towel on it so I can do some videos and just, some nice little B-roll. But
not the B-roll.
Yes, child, B-roll. Content creator. I'm making me some B-roll. But the view was beautiful, and they were like, hey, Dana,
sorry, I had to plug in my computer.
The guy, he was telling me, he's like, are you sure you want this, because it's going to be loud? I'm like, I'm from New York. I'm like, sirens and all that. But I understand Teresa, let me tell you, he wasn't lying, because the club from the hotel next door.
Oh, wow.
At the bottom. Yes. Lights flashing. That's why they have those dark screens to close the blinds. I'm like, it's
especially if you stand on the strip.
11:30.
Hey, you're in Vegas.
Well, I was like, okay, I can't complain. I can't complain. And that was Friday night, Saturday night. It didn't happen. We was there Sunday night because we left Monday. It didn't happen Sunday night. So at least they had some goddamn courtesy for Sunday. At least they had that. I was like, okay, God's day. At least y'all not, because I was expecting it. I was like, okay, it's 11 o'clock. The music is about to happen. Nothing. I was like, oh, nice, quiet sleep. Pleasant. But the sphere was beautiful. The seat is, if you go, sit in the 200 row, because when the stuff drops from the ceiling, it drops within the 200 and the 300 row. And it goes by what's happening, because everything is interactive, and it goes by what's happening on the screen. So when she's taking the apple from the tree, and then the trees throw the apples at her, the apples are dropping from the ceiling. So that's how some people get free apples and stuff.
You hit in the head with apples?
It's a little cute, because you can go and buy it.
I was gonna say, you get a like concussion.
Upset because they didn't get an apple, and so they started selling apples. I was like, okay, whatever. And then flames come up when you go see the wizard. The flames happen. The flying monkeys. I don't know how, but they're flying. And I had to zoom my camera in so that I can see them closer. I was like, okay, what the hell? That is really out there. The dog, I don't know how they did it, but the tornado we had, which was again dropped from the ceiling, the leaves for the tornado. The closer you are to the stage, the more the wind hits you, because I was expecting the wind to hit me, but trying to record walking up them stairs, let me tell you something. I don't know who I guess because it's a circle, the way that the seats are, I need a seatbelt. I need a seatbelt sitting in the seat, because if you stand up or something, you can fall over. That's how every time we had to get up because somebody came, was sitting in the row, we were like holding each other, because it was just, and I was up there. I was in the four or 500 seats. I was up there. It's like there's no way in hell I can record walking up the stairs. It wasn't possible. It was scary. But there are really no bad seats. It's just bad if you are an older person. Yeah, if you're someone who is handicapped. And I mean, there was a woman with a cane, and I'm like, come on, y'all. This is ridiculous. There's got to be a way for people to say that if you're handicapped, you got to give them some type of leisure or something. But they helped her up and helped her to her seat. Okay. It was that's the only bad thing that I would have to say, because I mean, with it being a sphere, there was no bad view. No matter where you sat, the view was beautiful, but it was just the way that the seat is. That's it. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was nice. I really had a good time. And then walking back to my hotel was not a problem either, because walking there, I took an Uber there and I walked home, because I was just like, okay, my hotel is there. Somehow I can walk, just look at the street, figure it out. That's where I am. Okay. And walk there. And in the Utah trip, I was pissed because I got my what's the black owned the female black owned one. I got a hoodie from her. Damn, I can't remember the female black owned store for traveling. Like I got her, it was a beautiful lavender fur coat, and she does it with the silk. She's famous for putting the silk in her hats and stuff. And I'm like, okay, because I got a dress from her, and I'm like, this is going to be so amazing. I'm going to be a snow bunny. I'm not going to ski, but I'm going to look cute. Got off the plane, it was 80 fucking degrees. I'm like, I came here in my Juicy Couture boots that I got, as well as this fur ass coat, and it's not cold. Oh, fuck. I was mad. And then the night that we were leaving, then it finally got cold. I was like, I came here for coldness. But even the people that were skiing, they were like, they had all of their gear on, and they were sweating up on the mountain, because it was like man-made snow. Whatever. I need coldness, god damn it, to wear this. This is why I got this damn coat. Look like a snow bunny and look cute on this damn mountain. This is the reason why I came. Not to God. I left 80 degrees to come to 80 degrees. I didn't do that. I was
sounds about right.
Okay. Enough of my venting. Let's get back on track. I wanted to tell you about another show. I don't know if you watched it, because I was watching it before we came down. It's The Furies, and it's on Netflix. It's about they call them the Godfathers, I guess, because it's a circle and you got 5 different families, and the families call on this one woman to keep the peace for everything. And it stops people from fighting each other, because she's amazing and people are afraid of her. And it's passed down from family to family. It has to be blood in order for you to be a Fury. And apparently the girl that she started to train is related to her. First, you thought it was her daughter, but it turned out to be her niece, and her biological father, and the Fury are brother and sister, and she was supposed to kill her brother, and she couldn't do it, and she just chained him up, and the Godfathers didn't know that they chained her up, and now the daughter is being trained to be the Fury. It's a good show. It's a good show on Netflix. It's not too much murder, but you would like it. What the hell?
From the show? The show was family bullshit?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I put it on my watch list, but
yeah, it's not too gory. It's not too gory.
Okay. War Machine is on the list.
What is that?
Netflix film that dropped earlier this month. Alan Rickson.
Oh yeah. I'll put that on the list too.
Okay, and that's on Netflix, you said?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
You trust me, you'll see it because the promo image will literally have you saying, "Oh yeah, that's the guy that plays Reacher." So yeah.
Okay. We will do that. The other shows that are premiering. Did y'all watch The Beauty? Have y'all seen that yet?
It's on my list.
I have not.
Now, see, you said you don't like gore, right, Teresa?
I don't like gore, but I like horror.
Okay.
I like horror, not so much like the slasher kind of horror. I like monsters and ghosts and stuff. But The Beauty actually looked, I read the description. It actually looked interesting. So it was on my list anyway. Now, I have heard that it's kind of reminiscent of Demi Moore's movie, The Substance, which I hated. So if I start watching The Beauty and it's too much like The Substance, I shall stop.
Okay, I haven't seen that movie, but this one is more of the medicine is basically it's a virus. It makes you pretty and then it kills you. And
unless you take more of it.
Yeah. So that looks good. And then some of the famous people on there, which is the Hadid girl. I'm like, as long as she dies, I'm happy. I'm
you are hell bent on this particular actress or character dying,
right?
If I don't like you and you're in the movie, just die. Just hurry up and die, and make sure it's horrible, horrible death, and then it'll be a good show. The other show that's reoccurring that I like, that came back for another season is Murders in the Building. Only Murders in the Building.
Oh yeah.
That one is really good, and
I'm hearing good things about it.
So James, what's going on with some of these shows now, especially because Furies did this. The first one was like 8 to 10 episodes, and then the season 2 that came out is only 6. So now they're only making all of these shows now only doing six episodes.
That I don't know.
That's not enough to. We need 8 to 10 episodes.
It depends on how much story they have to tell. I do like the 8 to 10 episodes, especially if they're like 45-minute, hour-long episodes, like full 45-minute, hour-long episodes, because you don't get the interruption of commercials. You get everything you need, and there's no filler or fluff to stretch anything out unnecessarily, right? I get enough of that with my regular network television between SVU and Grey's Anatomy. When I hit a streaming platform, stay on track, tell the story, get it done, right? So, because I was telling somebody last week who was asking me if I was watching Cross, and I was like, yeah, get ready because the finale is next week. Like, wait, already? I was like, yeah, 8 episodes. That's all we get. So I like that for these streaming shows because they can get all of the story out without having to unnecessarily stretch things. Yeah, sometimes you'll get 6, maybe because there's not enough story to tell, or maybe there's budget cuts as far as what they could tell. Could be any number of things behind the scenes that we may not know about for months down the line after it's all said and done. But I happen to like the well thought out, well put together show that is 8 to 10 episodes long, as opposed to you're on a streaming platform and you feel the need to give me almost 20 episodes. That's not necessary. It's not, because you think about it, if you take any network show on ABC, CBS, whatever, and you remove the commercials, after you take out all the airtime for commercials, the hour-long show you've been watching is barely over 35 minutes.
Yeah, like 35 minutes.
So you're talking about 35, 40 minutes of actual real show times what? Network season is normally 22 to 26 episodes, depending on how they want to run things. So yeah, you're still up around about 10-ish hours in total, give or take a few hours, maybe 12 to 15, honestly. But think of how many times they segue from, if there's an overarching theme for the season, instead of it just being weekly storytelling, for certain things. But yeah, if you're telling a story, give me the story. There's no reason to drag it out. I don't need the fluff.
I like backstories. And if you want to give me a backstory in the
backstory's
middle,
not fluff though. Fluff would be, we're taking a break from the main story to do a secondary story that has no bearing on the main story.
Right.
Background and flashback is one thing, right? If you want to like pause a story to go back X number of years to tell how we got here to this point, or what's driving the main character to do the things they do, or what happened to this particular character that they keep mentioning that we've never seen, things like that, that's perfectly fine. But when you're like, pause, let's go over to the side story where everyone is still okay and nothing's happened to them yet, and tell you about some BS that's not even pertinent to what's happening right now. Don't do that. don't do that. I've watched, and part of that's because I've watched enough anime over the years to learn that when you pause because you caught up to the source material to tell filler, it doesn't always work out. So yeah, don't. And I think that's where a lot of shows thrive on streaming platforms, is because they don't do that. Like, whatever their order is for a particular season, whether it's 8, 10, 12, however many episodes, whether it's half an hour episodes, hour-long episodes, they get in, they tell their story, they get out, they let us pretty much blow up social media about said story. And then if the people at the streaming platform are intelligent, not talking about you, Netflix, y'all tend to be dumb, we get another season and repeat the cycle all over again. So as long as there's a drive as viewership, as far as, yeah, we like this, cool, except Netflix, because they just like, one season, cancel, because the only purpose of your show is to drive up, subscriptions, and you didn't drive up subscriptions, so you're not getting a second season.
Oh, they on Delta, I found my because it wasn't on the first. It wasn't on Go when I went there, but coming home, I was able to find Crunchyroll.
Yes,
they didn't have it. They didn't have it for some reason. I searched for it and it didn't show up going. But coming home, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. And the only show, they didn't have that many shows, but the only show that looked familiar was it was the one that you was talking about, Teresa. The guy has blonde hair. I think it begins with a B. I can't.
Teresa's face is like my brain right now. Let's see. Blonde hair starts with a B.
Blonde hair.
You narrowed it down to about 500 anime.
Okay, 5 white hair. I don't know. Well, how many of them begin with a B? That's popular.
Oh,
the most popular ones. Bleach. That's what it was. Bleach.
Oh, Bleach.
No, I haven't watched Bleach yet.
Oh, I thought you did.
I would not suggest either of you start watching Bleach right now unless you want
I
to
was on a
watch.
plane. What the hell? I didn't care. I wanted the person next to me to watch me watch anime. I don't care. I was already watching K-pop on my tablet. I wanted to put anime on the screen.
Even without the filler, Bleach is still close to 250 episodes. Without the filler, it's well over 350 with the filler.
Absolutely not.
So, okay, and how many seasons is that? You're not talking about one season.
No. Bleach, let's see, you've got so the arcs, you got one arc filler, another arc filler, another arc filler, another arc filler.
How many seasons?
5. It's 6 arcs because the current arc they broke up into three parts, and the 1,000-Year Blood War is the final arc of the series. But they broke it into 3 parts, so that's not so much a season; it's just an arc of story, and that's probably and they do that. So the shonen shows aren't told by seasons; they're told by arcs, the story arcs for whatever's happening. So there are 6 arcs in Bleach, and there are 4 seasons of filler, or 4 arcs of filler, and one of those arcs never finished of filler. And it was pretty much the best one. That's the other thing. They told a phenomenal filler arc that everyone got excited about, and then they never finished it.
Yeah, no thanks.
Well, that one that you told me to cosplay.
What's that?
The chick you told me to cosplay, the one with the short white hair and glasses.
Oh yeah, Simone.
Yes. Okay. I watched. That's the show that. When I was watching the 7 Deadly Sins, my daughter got mad and she's like, no, you need to watching this because there's somebody on there that you need to cosplay. And I was like, okay, cool. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, somebody told me I needed to cosplay her.
You're welcome.
But I was like, okay, so she just looks at her glasses and she does this. It's like, I need to understand how badass she is and how I can move. And I was like, okay, I could do that.
Yes, you can.
I can do that.
That's why I gave her to you first.
Yeah, she's good. She's good, and the show is pretty good. It makes I'm like, wow, garbage. It's like
garbage to everybody else except you.
No, I'm just talking about the garbage that they throw.
Yeah, they live in the garbage pit or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to. Yes, it's garbage to everyone else except the person who treasures it, and then it has powers.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's very interesting. I'm very, very, very into it.
Now that's a season where season 1 is 20 something episodes. I'm not gonna try to guess. I think it's either 20. So it's either 22 or 26, because it was a weird. I don't think it was a full 26 episode season 1, but it is.
I binged it.
I know it's definitely over 20. I just couldn't remember what number after 20 it stops. But
Dr. Stone, that first season was like 22, 23 episodes.
Yeah,
so it's only one season, right? So far?
Yeah, it's only one season of Gachiakuda.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
we are hoping and praying the studio gives us season 2. It's not always a guarantee. Sometimes things become wildly popular and it's like there's no word, and then years later you get your second season. I mean, case in point, one of my favorite anime, One Punch Man. Season 3 dropped finally the end of last year after 5-6 years after season 2.
Wow.
Right. And we're getting, I forgot, something else is coming out this summer. It's season 2 of something that's dropping this summer, and it's basically 7 years after season 1. Because no one thought we were going to get because after 2 years, if you don't get a follow-up season to whatever it is you're watching, the fan base pretty much gives up. They stop outside of diehard fans who will constantly rewatch the thing over and over again in between everything else they're watching to try to, keep hope alive. The fan base at large is like, it's been 2 years since the last season. We haven't got anything. We're not getting anything. And they just move on. And then the studio will be like, hey, a new season of such and such is coming. It's like, the last season was 8 years ago. What are you doing? But yeah, and that's where we are now. Look at how long My Hero Academia is only 7 seasons, but it took 14 years to air everything, or 12 years, whatever it is. But it basically over a decade to air 7 seasons, because it wasn't like, all right, here we go routinely. They did it for a couple of seasons where it's like every year we're dropping a season, but some seasons were longer than others. You know, one season was almost 50 some odd episodes, another season was 26. So it all depends on what the production or whatever it is behind the scenes. But I personally like it when they take their time. I know a lot of fans didn't like the ending of Attack on Titan, but that was 5 seasons that took 8 years to show. So it happens.
I don't know. I'm happy with what I watched, and it was very interesting. So I'd like to thank you for definitely recommending that. I know it was on my to watch list, and I wasn't watching it fast enough for somebody in my household.
She stay on you, don't she?
When I tell you my child cursed me out, what are you watching? This is crap. I need you to watch this. Okay. I'm like, okay, fine. Look, put it on.
I was watching all of James's suggestions, but then I went rogue and watched somebody else's suggestions. So
It's cool. You can go rogue. my list is not an end all be all. I'm just throwing out things that I think you might enjoy based on the genres of things you like outside.
Yes, and then we branch out. We get into those rabbit holes where we're like, okay, well, we watch this, and then it gives me these recommendations.
Half of the first list I gave you.
I understand, and I'm always.
But I'm glad you're finding things that you enjoy, that you like. That is the goal, to find things that you will enjoy and that you like. Because I like a lot of things, and I will almost give anything a chance. Almost. Sometimes a title and a visual will pretty much tell me no from the get-go, and then I can try to watch and be like, I was right. This ain't happening.
Well,
Dr. Stone is kind of giving me the feels of My Hero Academia.
Yes,
because I had watched so many. I was watching it, I was looking and reading a little synopsis and looking, and it'll be like 1 season, 12 episodes. Cool. I can knock that out in a couple of days. But then Marcus had actually suggested Dr. Stone. And I don't know why I decided to just try that when I ran out of Silent Witch episodes. But I like it. I really like it. And the fact that it's got 82 episodes is not even bothering me.
Right.
Okay,
and it's currently... Yeah, Dr. Stone. And
what is that on?
Crunchyroll.
Okay.
The season that's currently airing is the final season. So you're watching at a good time to where by the time it ends, you won't have to worry about translations to English unless you're getting through an entire season a day. Then you might have problems.
A week maybe, but not a day.
Yeah, okay. Pace yourself. Because I actually, like, someone asked me, like, how many anime are you currently watching this season? I'm like, I don't know. Let me think about that. And then I actually did an inventory of the currently airing anime I'm watching this season.
And they just looked at you like, what the fuck?
Well, I didn't get back to them because I didn't have a number. I was like, I know it's more than 5, but it might be around 10 or so. And it actually is about 10 or 12 anime that currently air, where the new episodes drop a new episode or something that drop literally from Sunday to Saturday, where Thursday and Friday are the heavy days because 4 shows each day drop new episodes. Now, the good thing is that if these are all 12, 13 episodes, next week is the end for at least 6 of them. And if they're longer than that, I'm in trouble.
But there were also, I saw several that are starting next month.
Yes, to coincide with what's ending, because this is the winter season that's ending, so the spring season starts next month. And there are some Who? It's not the spring season. There's some good titles on deck for the spring season, but all the bangers that everyone's waiting to come back, like Jobless Reincarnation and what's the other one? I'm blanking on. Oh, it's something else that made a big splash last year, the year before. There are like 4 bangers that are returning this summer. So the summer season is going to be wild, with shows that are getting new seasons, not just new anime. So, which if you're into action, I will suggest Sentenced to Be a Hero. If you're an action buff.
No.
Fighting you're talking about, right?
Yes, it is an action / drama, because in this world,
is it real or cartoon?
It's anime. It's anime. Okay. It's probably the one new anime I would suggest for this season is Sentenced to Be a Hero. And the premise is that if you commit a heinous enough crime, you're not put to death. You are literally sentenced to be a hero.
Be a hero. I saw that. I saw it.
Is a bad thing.
Yes.
Because the people have shunned the heroes. Now, as you may well imagine, the heroes don't die the way regular people die. You know, you're a regular person. You died. Time moves on. There's no coming back. As a hero, if you die, you come back to life.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on how many times you die, it will mess with your brain. So they are doing what they're told to do while also trying not to die, because the government can also kill them anytime they want, just to force the rejuvenation process, however that is, like the soul being snatched back into your body, you come back or whatever the case may be. But they're basically frontline fighters against demons, if you will. And like most things set in the setting where there seems to be a rift between the government and the church, both are not on the up and up as far as the demons they're fighting. Because the demons are real. There are demons, an actual enemy they're fighting. You see that out there or whatever, the conflicts and everything like that. But both the church and the government are not telling the full story as to why we're at war and what the war is truly about.
That sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, not being truthful. Yeah, I with you saying that, I was watching that, and that's on my to watch list. And I was like, that looks good. I'm like, okay, so you're a hero, but you're still gonna be killed and reincarnated.
And society does not like the heroes. They do not.
Okay. But to me, it looks like one person turns it around, and he finds out that people are just not telling the truth. Something like that. And I was like, I know he's gonna turn it around. And to me, it's like the demons are not really bad.
Oh, it's worse than that. It's worse than the demons not being really bad. Because if it turns out that the demons really aren't bad, that'd be one thing. That's the trope we normally get in a lot of things, where it's like we're told to believe that the protagonist we're following is the good guy, whatever. He learns that his enemy really is not as bad as his people told him they were. We've seen that a lot. This is not that. I can tell you that much right now. The demons pretty much are bad. They are bad because they pretty much corrupt and poison everything they touch, which is pushing humanity to the brink of limited resources and limited land to live on. So yeah, they are as bad as you think they are, but that's not what this is. That's not the that's the twist. Yeah, that's not that.
Okay.
And I won't spoil it until next month's show, because if this is a 12, 13 episode season, it'll be over with by then, and people have had time to watch, and I'll spoil it at that point.
Okay. This one is automatically dubbed. This is in English.
The first half of the season may be English dubbed right now, but not the entire season, because it's still airing. Like I said, episode 12 drops tomorrow as well. No, sorry, episode 12 dropped today.
Okay. All right.
And I will warn you, episode 1 is 45 minutes long.
Why is that a warrant? I expect it to be an hour.
That's not a normal thing with anime.
Not anime.
Not anime.
Okay.
Anime, you get your first episode to set up the world that you're being immersed into, and it keeps going. Everything's uniform, 22, 23 minutes per episode, and keep going. It is rare. Now, I'm not saying it never happens, but it is very rare where your pilot is 45 minutes because it all depends on how much story they're trying to tell and what the setup is. So
Okay.
this is one of those rare occurrences where the first, and I was not ready for that because I actually had to watch the first episode twice because I called myself, I'm gonna watch the first episode for this as I go to bed. 20 some odd minutes, I'll be out cold. Yeah, no, I was out cold in 20 some odd minutes only to realize I missed the rest of the first episode. Like, why is it still on? Pause. Up. Oh, I'm in the 35th minute and I've got 12 more to go. I'm not gonna make it. Yeah, so that was the only thing that caught me off guard about the series, but it was a pleasant surprise because, again, like I said, it's been a while since I've seen a series where the first episode was 45 minutes.
Okay. Well, with that being said, we're gonna wrap this up. Is there anything you wanted to say, Teresa?
Nope, I'm good because I worked in my news. I just wanted to make sure I got I let everybody know that I'm
going to BlurCon.
My first out of state con.
I'm shocked. I'm surprised. I'm so proud. I'm like, oh my God, Teresa is a cosplayer. She's traveling. Yes. Do you have an idea on what you're going to do?
Absolutely not.
Next year's theme is wrestling, though. I will tell you that much.
But it says on the website that it's actually not just wrestling. It's like it's a combination of wrestling and rock and roll.
Yes. So
I will probably be leaning more towards the rock and roll because I don't give a damn about wrestling. Or I might do a little research and find some cosplay that's wrestling-esque, but I don't know any of those people.
In the 70s and 80s, wrestling was heavily rock influenced. So
yeah, and when I was little, we watched wrestling, so I'm familiar with some of the like old Andre the Giant, Ric Flair, that kind of people. So,
yeah, because Sergeant Slaughter was here.
I don't even know who that is.
That's the old. When you say old, that was.
You never watched G.I. Joe either, did you?
No, I did not.
Yes, I'm surprised he was still alive. He was here. Was like, wow, this okay. They had all of these.
Nope.
I don't. What is it now? The WWE. Yeah, they had all of them. The Hawaiian was there. He likes to stick his tongue out. The black guy that lives here in Houston, he's always here. They just had them all. They had all.
Booker T was there recently.
Yeah, Booker T. That's it. Booker T.
They were doing Booker T celebration day for NXT, which is basically WWE's minor league, if you will. That's where they train the wrestlers to hone their, not so much their in-ring talent as well as their mic skills, so that when they bring them up to the main roster on Raw or SmackDown, they can make a seamless transition. So people who watch NXT can pretty much tell the people who only watch the other two, here's the history behind this character and why you should be interested in them or why they won't make it or whatever. So yeah, that's what they were doing because he used to be a mainstay on WWE and WCW back in the day. But yeah, I do know he's from the Houston. He's born and raised Houston. So yeah.
So I'm excited. How many days is it, Teresa? 3?
BlurCon is 4 days.
Well, they have that party Thursday night, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So are you only doing one cosplay per day, or are you going to do day and night?
Girl, I'd be doing good if I do one per day. I will be doing real good. It won't be any more than that. I'm certain.
The only reason I say 4 is because their Thursday, even though it's a VIP day,
Yeah.
I still count that as a day because it's like, all right, you did stuff for VIPs. You might as well count that as an actual day of the convention because the VIPs that Thursday, they get early access to like hobnob with some of the celebrities who will come in. There's a comedy
and that
show,
VIP ticket sold out so fast because I was thinking about doing VIP. It sold out so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was thinking maybe because BlurCon was so popular this year, I was thinking, well, what are the chances that maybe they add some more VIP? But then I didn't want to mess around and miss the weekend passes. So I just went ahead and bought mine this afternoon. So, and I don't need no VIP because, you know, it's talking about head of the line and stuff. I ain't getting in no lines. I'm going for vendors and maybe panels.
From what I saw, head of the line I didn't see much of that. They tried to do that as best as possible for some things because there were some lines for panels or whatever. Zazie Beetz' new movie.
They will kill you.
They will kill you. So they were showing early screenings of that through multiple panels. That was beside where we interviewed Dulce Sloan. And I think that was the only part of the convention where I saw them actually trying to corral all the VIP people away from the regular folk to go in and get them in first before they let, quote, general admission into that room. So as long as the VIPs were there, it didn't matter when they got there. As long as they showed up before the panel started, they went in, got to watch the first 15, 20 minutes of the movie. Yeah. And then Zazie Beetz came out to answer questions or whatever. So that was the only thing I saw of VIP. From other people I know who had VIP, they were like, it didn't do much outside of Thursday. Like, yeah, sometimes it got you in places before everybody else, but other times it was like, this is strictly for VIP, but regular folk were sitting there as well. So
yeah, consistency. I'm good with just the regular pass.
So it's just a swag, basically.
Yeah. And it'll be interesting to see what they do with it next year because the VIP pass this year was a plaque attached to a dookie chain, if you will, a gold dookie chain.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Teresa, let us know. We'll see. We'll let her know. Are you going, James, or y'all going?
As long as we get press access, I will be there.
Okay. All right. At hotels, all of that stuff, you got to book now, Teresa?
You should probably try to book it now. Yeah.
I was looking into that, but I was also talking to Dana this afternoon, and she was saying, you know, the room block price is so much better that we're going to try to wait a little. I'm still probably going to look because somebody else in the BlurCon group was saying that they got a good rate at a hotel down the street. So, you know, I might do that. But I don't know. So no, I haven't done that yet. And I'm trying to decide, hopefully air travel won't be as challenging as it is right now. But I'm thinking about bumming a ride with somebody, but we'll see.
Please don't drive up.
I'm not driving. 9 hours, hell to the no.
I was going to say, please do not try to.
But if I can get in somebody's car, that's different.
Please don't.
I'll ride.
It's not worth it. Trust me. Look, I have from here to DC. I've done it twice. Once because of a family emergency, we didn't have a choice. It was the quickest way we was going to get back. And the other is because a young lady I was dating at the time had family in Virginia, just outside of DC, and driving was cheaper than trying to get her and the foster kids up there as well. So no, I would never ever make that drive again.
Couldn't pay me enough. You're not a long distance driver, James. That's all it is to it.
I am not, because I realize now if I have to drive more than 6 hours, it ain't happening.
No,
I think 6 is my limit.
Probably 5 is my limit.
It's 11 hours to get to you guys. I'm good with that. I drive to Dragon Con all the time. I got too much shit to fly.
Yeah.
Even MegaCon,
that's
that's 16 hours.
And that's the other thing, because people's like, you going to cosplay for BlurCon? I was like, no, that means I have to pack another bag.
Right, that's true.
And I already have my bag with my gear in case I have to, be emergency recorder, and then my suitcase. So that's already 2 bags. Now I have to carry 3. No, I'm good.
That's why you drive, so you can take everything with you, including the kitchen sink.
No.
And I still forget shit.
That part.
I still forget something, even though I put everything in the car.
Vehicle while I'm traveling. That's the other thing.
That's why I got an SUV. So I know I can throw shit in the car.
No, that's why I'm on a ride too. I don't have to worry about the vehicle. All I got to do is get out.
See, if I lived in Atlanta, Teresa, you'd be driving with me. Because I'd be in a heartbeat. If I can drive, 16 hours is my limit, and then I have to stop to sleep. So I know how far I can go from here to Orlando is 16 hours. I make it. I'm like, I'm good. I stop twice. That's it.
Okay. I'm going to let you have it. All right.
Okay, guys. Thank you for joining Opinionated Variants of the 616. And we will see you next month. Peace be with you.
So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will.
If this the land of the free, it was a freedom then, when they annexed Hawaii and called it cedar lands, without any type of payment and no signing off. Called themselves a republic in 1894. 1.2 million acres overtaken from the native Hawaiians. When they resisted, the West retaliated in violence and erasure. The Hawaiian language is banned as part of colonialism's plan to expand.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. The work of all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will.
So if you put Hawaii into perspective, well, Black and Asian history is interconnected. Considering the fight with the Pacific, then of course versus Asia, they was treated as a middleman for war, but didn't let the Western colorism run its course. Cause dark skin was a sign of dignity to core. The land was taken in the name of capitalism, when prior to it was an actual kingdom. Clap back at the system.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. The work of all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will.